Thousands in Louisiana are picking up the pieces of what Hurricane Laura left behind. And now volunteers from our own area with sheepdog impact assistance are on their way to lend a helping hand. 5 News reporter Allie Lynch has the story.
We're going to be deploying down to D. Ritter, Louisiana, which, a lot of attention is being put on Lake Charles. For us, we want to hit those areas, those outlining areas that aren't getting necessarily the attention they need.
The crew of around 50 from several different states deployed this morning from Northwest Arkansas to help in any way they can to those who experienced Hurricane Laura's destructive path.
We're headed to assist primarily this first week with chainsaw work for downed trees, power lines. That will probably be the biggest focus over the next 6 to 7 days.
Sheepdog is a nonprofit that exists to engage, assist, and empower to help those who have lost it all.
There's always a heartbreaking story that goes with every disaster. And as you can imagine, if it's you and your family, every disaster is just that. It's the world, right? And as far as you're concerned, it's everything and everyone.
Sergeant Major Lance Nutt, the founder of Sheepdog Impact Assistance, says after the clearing of debris, they'll transition and move on to cleaning out homes that have been devastated.
Every disaster is unique, but it's also very powerful from the standpoint of, we coined the phrase, helping is healing. So for a lot of the veterans and first responders that are deploying today, that's truly what it's all about. It's an opportunity to help people during their greatest time of need.
Covering news where you live, Allie Lynch, 5 News.
President Trump toured damage from the storm in cities across the Gulf Coast this weekend. Insurance losses from the storm, which has killed 6 people, will be between $8 and $12 billion.